Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome back to my channel and to today's video. Slightly different setup to usual, I think you will agree if you've watched my videos before. I must admit I do ever so slightly feel like a cheesy amateur kids TV presenter with this setup, but I really hope that I do this video justice because I have been so excited to film it. So in front of me here is a machine. You may well know what this is already, or you might not have a clue. If you don't know, this is the Cricut Explore 3 cutting machine, and I'm going to talk lots more about this product shortly. I'm also going to be doing some projects with it. So if you are somebody that likes arts or crafts or interior design, or you're generally just quite a creative person, then hopefully this video will be interesting to you. But if you haven't heard of Cricut before, they are a company that make tools that help you lead a creative life. So a lot of their machines you can use for DIY projects at home. And if you type Cricut into Instagram or Pinterest or YouTube or Google, then honestly, you will be amazed by the amount of projects that you can make with a Cricut machine. Like, the possibilities are literally endless. So I'm really excited to film this. I'm really excited to do some projects and just get going with it. But I wanted to very quickly talk about my sort of creativeness, I guess. So I would always say that I have been like quite a creative person. Like, I've always loved photography. I've always loved sort of interior design and sort of web design and things like that. But if you asked me if I was a crafty person or an arty person, I would definitely, until last year, have said no. But over the lockdown last year, I got really into doing art, if that's the expression. And basically I started doing it because my middle daughter Lottie, she loves art, so it was something that we could do together. But I just found that I got really into it. And for Christmas last year, John bought me some art supplies. So he got me some watercolor paints and some acrylic paints and also some colouring pencils. Please excuse the dog in the background, he's just lurking around. He doesn't like it if I shut him out, he barks, so he just has to be in here lurking about. But yeah, so John bought me these art supplies, and it's just a hobby that I found that I absolutely love doing. And it's one of those things where sometimes I won't pick up a paintbrush for absolutely ages, but when I do, I just find it really calming and really therapeutic. And one thing that I absolutely love doing is digital art on my iPad, because I find that a lot easier to do because I can do it while I'm watching TV in the evenings, or I can take my iPad to football and do it in the car when I'm not talking to the other mums. So I just really enjoy it. And one thing, this Cricut machine is really good for like art-based projects and things, which I'll explain a little bit more about in a minute, because I'm going to do like more of a art-based project as well. So I'm just really excited. I'm really excited to get going with it. I've had a few practices with it, and so far it's turned out really well, but I just thought we'd do a few projects and I can explain a little bit more about it. You've got this button to open up the machine so you can get started. Inside here you'll see your blades. So it does come with this blade, but you can also buy extra blades and tools depending on what you are cutting. And the Explore 3 actually cuts over 100 different materials, which I find crazy. And then you've got some compartments here that you can keep things in. I actually keep my little scraper tool in there. And then you've also got a compartment here where you can put other tools. I actually got these on the Cricut website. They don't come included, but they are really, really handy. And then this is how you turn the machine on and off. This is how you load and unload your materials. This is go, and then this is pause. And that is the machine in a nutshell. When you first get your Cricut out of the box for the first time, what you want to do is download the Cricut Design Space. It's all free. You set up an ID, and then this is where you design and create your projects. It's also where you can search for different things, so different illustrations. You can also find projects to do and kind of work from a project template. And you can also pay extra to get access to more designs and more projects and more creations and things. So it's up to you, but there's also lots on the free version as well. Before we start our first project, I wanted to show you some of the materials that you can use in the Cricut Explore 3. Like I said, it has over 100 different materials it cuts, which I just find crazy, but I've been using this printable sticker paper a lot. I've also been using other sticker paper too that's not from Cricut. And then this smart vinyl, so you can get permanent vinyl and you can also get removable vinyl as well. I wanted to try and give some examples of different projects you could do with the Cricut machine. So I thought I'd start with a mug, which I haven't done before, so fingers crossed it goes okay. I just thought I could put like something quite cute on this mug and just make it a little bit more unique and personalised. I'm going to use the permanent white smart vinyl with the mug. So when you come to make your first project, it might seem a little bit daunting at first, but what I find the easiest thing to do is search for what I want to create. So for example, if I want to create a mug, I'll just search for mug, and then it brings up lots of different illustrations of mugs if that's the route you want to go down. It brings down projects on mugs, so if you want to kind of create a project and do it via a project that someone else has already done, which will talk you through step by step, you can. Or you can search by the specific kind of thing you're going for. So for example, I want to go for cozy. Obviously this is the English spelling of cozy, not the American version. And I really like this. So I'd already favorited that one as a potential to use. So what I'm gonna do, when I've chosen what I want, I'm gonna add this to my canvas. And it brings it up here. This is your canvas. This is where you do all your designing and your creating. And at first it might look a little bit daunting, but you soon get used to all this. And at the start, you probably want to start doing more kind of easier designs. I'm definitely a beginner, so that's what I'm doing. And at the moment, it's saying it's 15 centimeters by 14 centimeters, and that's too big for the mug that I want to use. So all I'm gonna do is just press this arrow here to adjust it down. And I worked out that it needs to be about kind of 7 centimeters-ish to make it kind of perfect for my mug. So once I've done that, that's really simple. I don't need to deal with anything like this at the moment at all. So all I do is click Make It. And then it's asking me how I'll load my materials into my machine. So because I'm using this smart vinyl, which I mentioned earlier, I can actually use this without a mat. I will talk about the mat a little bit later on for another project. So all I do is click without mat and then click done, and then I'm ready. So I press continue, and then it's asking me to connect my Explore 3, which I have done, and it's asking me what my base material is. So again, it is the smart vinyl permanent, so I click on that, and then it's telling me what I need to load. So my fine point blade is already in my machine, and then it's asking me to load my material. So that's what we're gonna go and do now. And then it really is super simple, because I was quite daunted at first for loading the materials. You can cut the materials if you prefer, or you can leave them uncut and then get going just like this. So what you do, put it in, and then all you do is press load, and it's loading the material for you. And once it's ready, all you do is click go, and the machine's gonna start cutting. It really is amazing to watch. It's really clever, and it does it really quickly as well. And then once it's done, all you need to do is press unload and it will come out. Now just cutting it just to get rid of the material so I don't waste any. Now this process is a little bit fiddly to start with, but you soon get used to it. So what I want to do first of all is get rid of anything on my sheet that I don't need to have. So for example, if you look back at the illustration, on the cup, for example, I want to get rid of these stars. So I'm going to use this tool, and it's a little bit tricky to get the hang of to start with, but you soon get used to it. And all I do is I just pick at it really gently, and you want to be really careful not to overpick, if you see what I mean. And you can see I'm slowly starting to get that one off. And it does take some time, but it will be worth the effort. I have picked quite a intricate drawing for the first one. Once I have got out all the intricate little details, I can now, fingers crossed, pull this off relatively easy. You do have to be careful, but it's looking pretty good. So this is my design all cut out now. I'm really pleased with how I've done it because it was quite intricate. I have messed up on a couple of little bits, but as a first attempt, I'm pretty pleased with it. So I've knocked off a couple of the little sort of bubbles, and also I've nicked one of the little sock bits there, but hopefully it's still gonna look okay when it's transferred to my mug. Now I'm gonna use some of this. So this is transfer tape, and it's gonna help me get my design onto my mug. So I've got my little scraper for this bit, I've got my design, and then I'm just gonna peel off my transfer paper, ready to go. And then what I do Just need to make sure that bit's a little bit clean because there's some marks on it. What I do is stick the transfer paper over my design like so. And one thing that you can do is you can reuse this transfer paper. So then what I do is I just use my scraper to get the design fully onto the transfer paper. I can see where I've nicked that sock, but hopefully it's going to be okay. So now I'm going to try and peel the transfer off, and hopefully all the stickers will stay on the transfer tape. I don't want to do it too quickly just in case. See, one hasn't there. Let's just do that one again. I'm worried about my socks. Right, that's come off, so that one hasn't. So you can see, I have picked, as I keep saying, I think I'm trying to reassure myself that I have picked quite an intricate design as my first design. Okay, so my design is off my transfer paper, and now I need to put it to my mug. It should then be quite easy to peel off. So here is my first project done. This is my little mug. It's actually turned out better than I thought it was gonna do. The only thing is, it is a little bit wonky, but because there is an insert, it's one of those glass mugs that's got an insert, it kind of works and it looks okay. Unfortunately, there is a slight nick on the top mug there. I don't know if you can see it, but overall for a first attempt, I actually think that's pretty good. This mug has now got like my fingerprints all over it, but actually I think it's turned out okay. When I've got my little lid on, I actually think that that's turned out quite well. It's a couple of days later now, had an outfit change, also had my nails done, you might notice if we're getting close. My friend came over and did them for me the other night, and I thought we would do another couple of Cricut projects. So the next one that we're going to do is the one that I'm most excited about. This was one of the real reasons I wanted to get a Cricut machine, and that is I'm going to make some stickers from some of the little kind of cartoon illustrations that I've done. I've just picked a couple at random, I'll show you in a minute just to sort of get an idea, but I thought this would be a really nice thing to do with kids artwork, with kids drawings. I know that my kids would love to have little stickers of their own artwork that they could stick on like tablet cases or in their room somewhere or on notebooks or whatever. My kids love stickers anyway, so I think they would really love the fact that it was something that was designed by them. So we're just going to give it a go and see how we get on. I thought quickly I would show you some of the drawings that I'm going to use for my stickers. I use an iPad for digital illustration and I use the app Procreate. If anyone would like to see any videos on that, let me know, because obviously this video is more about the Cricut side of things. I'm very much a beginner, but I really enjoy it. So if anyone would like to see videos on that, then let me know. But I use the app Procreate. Here's my library of just some of my drawings that I've done, and I've already made my stickers up. It was very much trial and error, but I think I've done it okay. So again, if anyone would like to see a video on how I've actually made the stickers, then let me know. But basically what I have done is, let me show you. So for example, this was a piece of artwork that I did of Maddie playing football. Like I said, I'm very much a beginner, and I've made that into a sticker just by trial and error, basically. So if we come up here, you can see I've made it into sort of like a sticker shape. I've made an outline and things. And then likewise, I did this drawing of Wren and Rolo by the Christmas tree, and I've also made that into a sticker as well. So now what I need to do is I need to transfer these to my laptop, and then I need to print them, and then we can get going on the cutting side of things. But I've done a few different ones, so we can just sort of see how we go. One thing that you need to remember when you are saving your sticker ready for printing, whatever program you're using to create your artwork, whether it's Illustrator or Procreate or any other package, you need to remember to save it as a PNG file, because it means that the background will be transparent, which will be easier for printing. So this is the paper that I'm using. This is the Cricut printable sticker paper. I have transferred my illustration from my iPad to my laptop, and now I'm going to open up the Cricut Design space, and I'm going to get started ready for printing. Like I said, you can use the Cricut design space on your tablet, but I just prefer using it on my laptop. So I'm going to click on New Project, and it brings up the canvas, which you might remember from the previous project that we made. And then this time I want to go and click on Upload. And then I've already uploaded it ready to do this. So what I do is I click on my recent uploads and I click on my sticker there, and then I click Add to Canvas. And it's going to bring it up in the canvas like it did with the previous project. And as you can see, it's quite big. So it's 20 centimeters at the moment by 18. And I do want quite a big sticker, but I don't want it quite as big as that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust it down again. It's so simple to use. And I'm going to make my sticker about 10 centimeters because I do want this to be quite a big single sticker. And then what I do is I click Make It. And then because this is not a smart material, I'm using sticker paper and it's not a smart material, I do need to use one of Cricut's mats, which I will show you in a second. So it's showing me how I will lay out my project on my mat. All looks pretty good. This black box enables them to be able to cut it. And so then I click Continue. And now it's asking me to connect my Explore 3, which it's doing. And what I want to do now is I want to send my image to the printer. I have printed out my illustration now. This black border is how Cricut knows where to cut basically, so that's why that's there. And now I'm going to add it to my mat. So this is what I was talking about before. If you're not using a smart material, you need to use a mat. It's slightly sticky, which means it sticks to it, ready for it to be loaded into the machine. So I just need to line it up here. And then because I want to cut the sticker completely out, because this is going to be a single sticker, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a more heavy duty cardstock. So if I go on to Browse All Materials, I'm going to use the heavy cardstock here and press Done. And then I'm also actually going to set my blade kind of pressure to more, just so it cuts it out properly. So exactly the same as we did with the smart vinyl from the previous project, we just need to make sure we put the mat underneath those little bits. I don't know what the technical term for those is. And then all we need to do is click Load. I just think it's so clever, it's working out where to cut now, and it's using the black border as a guide. I don't know if the camera's going to bring it up, but we've got a nice clean cut line there. And now all we need to do is peel our sticker off. So we just do this and hopefully it should come off. And there we go, there is our sticker. Obviously you can peel it off to stick it onto something, and I think that looks pretty good. I'm really pleased with that. Okay, there is my finished sticker. For a first attempt, it's actually turned out quite well. I love that it's one of my little illustrations, and I think Ren will love it because it's obviously him and Rolo, and he could stick that wherever, or I could put it on a notebook or on an iPad case or in his room or wherever he wants to really. But yeah, I think that's turned out quite well for a first attempt. I'm now going to show you how to do a sticker sheet. Obviously this is a single sticker, and we're now going to attempt to do a sticker sheet as well. So I'm going to click on New in very much the same way as I did last time and go on to Upload, and then I've already got my images uploaded that I want to use. So to start off with, I'm going to use this one of Maddie. I'm just going to add it to my canvas, and then I'm going to do much the same thing as I've done all the other times. I'm going to adjust it down. Because this is a sticker sheet, there's going to be a little bit of a trial and error. So I'm going to start off maybe making it about 5.5 centimeters, and then I can adjust it if I need to. And the machine works it all out for you. It's really clever. So what I'm going to do once I've done that is I'm going to go over here onto the right hand side, and I'm going to click Duplicate, and then I can line it all up. There might be an easier way to line stuff up. I'm new to this obviously, so I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if there's a way it sort of snaps into place, but just for the moment I'm going to do this. So I'm going to try and make 3 copies. And then I think for a first attempt, that seems about right. So what you want to do once you've done that is you want to go on to Make It, and it's going to tell you if you'll be able to fit it onto one page, which I can, so that's good. So again, very similar to what I did before, I go on to Continue, and then I need to print it first of all. So I'm gonna send to printer. So here's our printed off sheet, and now we need to get it all sorted on the Cricut machine. So again, exactly like I did last time, I'm just lining it up, and then I can stick it in the machine to get it loaded. And again, I just pop it underneath there and then press load. All cut now. I don't know if you can see the little lines around the stickers. It looks really good. Obviously, I think normally sticker sheets are a little bit smaller, but I wanted these quite big. So all I need to do now is if I turn my mat over and then just gently peel it off. So here we go. Here is my sticker sheet made from my little illustrations I drew. And then all you need to do is obviously peel the sticker off, each individual sticker that you want to peel off. And then obviously we've got this one as well. And I just think that's a really nice way of creating little things from your artwork or from your kids' artwork. Here. There you go, you can wear that with pride now, can't you? I thought I would do one more project on camera, and what I thought I would make is I thought I would make a vinyl sticker for a storage box. So I love labeling things. A lot of the things in our house have labels on them just because I like to feel like I'm organized. I'm not necessarily always organized, but I like to feel organized, and for some reason labeling stuff makes me feel organized. And in our kids' playroom, they've got these white boxes that have quite a lot of their toys in them. This is quite a small one, they have got bigger ones, and at the moment they've all got, apart from this one because this is a new one, they all have hand-drawn labels on them that say what's inside the boxes. And to be honest, they all need updating anyway, because just before Christmas we always have a big clear out and we take a lot of toys to the charity shop. So I need to update all the labels, and now I've got the Cricut machine, I can update them using that, so it's going to look a lot better than my hand-drawn ones. So I thought I'd have a practice with this box. What goes inside here is their computer games. They've got like a little games console type thing. So I'm gonna have a go and see if I can create a sticker for this. The first thing that I've done is typed in gaming, and it's brought up loads of different things related to gaming. Like there's so many different cool things, but I think that I am gonna go for, where's it gone? I've lost it now. This one, I think. But then what I thought I would do is I would add something to it so they know what's inside. I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll know what's inside from that anyway. But what I want to do is I want to click text here on the left-hand side. And then what I want to do is I want to write something like computer games. Let's just bring that down a little bit. Right, so it brings up all these different fonts that I could use. I'm gonna go for this one. Computer games, and I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go on to make it. So I'm going to use the permanent vinyl that we used in the first project, so I don't need to have it with a mat. So I'm going to click without mat. Like we've done previously, we just need to load our material into our machine. It's quite hard to see, but I've got the controller here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel it off, all the black bit that I don't need. And then if I need to, I'll use my weeding tool just to get off the sort of little like intricate details. So it's ever so slightly different to the original design. These were supposed to be black, but I was finding it quite difficult to get the really thin layer off. So instead I just took them all off, but I still think it looks quite good. You may remember our good old friend, the transfer tape from the first project that we did. I've sort of cut it to a similar size. And then what I want to do is I want to peel the transfer tape off and pop it on to our image. Like so, and then I need to get my little scraper tool, wherever that might be, here, and I need to get it onto the transfer paper. Like so, and it's going to be quite hard to film because I need to put it, I'm going to sort of put it about here. I've got John, my faithful assistant, doing the camera for me, so I think I'm just going to put that about there, and then rub it down a little bit. So there we go, that's the first bit. Okay, so pop that on there. It's not very straight. It's fine. It's good. It looks authentic. Nothing's ever perfect in life. No, yay! And there we go. And that is it. We have come to the end of my Cricut Explore 3 video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Like I said at the start, slightly different type of video to what I normally do, but I really enjoyed filming this and I'm really pleased with the projects that I have made so far. They aren't perfect. I did run into a few teething problems along the way, but I think the more you use the machine and the more you get to grips with it, the easier these things will become. But I am really pleased with my little projects overall. I especially love my stickers. I know that I'm going to use the machine lots for these in the future. I really do think like I've got some ideas about personalised ones I can make for the kids for Christmas. I also thought I could make like personalised gift labels for Christmas for my family, and I love that I've got this sort of extra kind of strand to my little illustrations that I can do things like this with them, so I'm really pleased with those. But I'm pleased with all my projects. I've got some big plans to do some more labelling and things in the future as well, and like I said, if you type Cricut into anything, so Google, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, you will see so many different ideas on how you can use the machine. I've literally only scratched the very, very tiny surface of what you can do with the machine. But like I said, I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm certainly not an expert, but I can do my best to answer them. If you've got any more sort of ideas for any like creative videos that you want me to film, then let me know. But thank you so much to Cricut for working with me. I've absolutely loved doing this, and I will see you very soon.